The Maah Daah Hey Trail is a 144-mile single track that winds through the striking Badlands of western North Dakota. This wild terrain has been home to some of America's greatest legends, and the Badlands still speak to the explorer in all of us to this day. So come with me as we hike and bike this incredible landscape and learn everything we need to know about hiking the Maah Daah Hey. Welcome to the Old West. We're on the Maah Daah Hey Trail in western North Dakota. This is a 144-mile contiguous single track, making it the longest non-motorized single track in the United States. So you can't go anywhere else and ride your mountain bike as far as you can on this trail. And it's a great hiking and backpacking trail too. So today we're going to be taking a look at a general overview of the region, what kinds of specific gear you might need to bring, when are the best times to visit, when are the busiest times to visit, what kind of rules and regulations there are in regards to camping on the Maah Daah Hey, some safety considerations regarding the landscape and the wildlife and the weather, as well as just my general impressions of the region. So come with me as we explore the Maah Daah Hey. The Maah Daah Hey Trail is located in the Badlands of the Great Plains region. The trail starts in Medora and ends in Watford City, though you can vice versa that and you can approach from whichever end you want. So the Maah Daah Hey connects the northern and the southern units of the Theodore Roosevelt National Park. It's a national park that's kind of split in two, so you'll start in the park and you'll end in the park if you choose to do the whole thing. So you can expect some incredibly beautiful views as you're in those national park areas. But the views in between those parks is nothing to sleep on either. So North Dakota is in what's known as a humid continental climate. A humid continental climate is known for having 4 very distinct seasons. So when it's summer out here, expect it to be really hot. And when it's winter, expect it to be really cold with a lot of snow. The further up north you get towards Canada, the more snow you're going to run into. It's easy to get 30 to 50 inches of snow in the winter out here. And on those shoulder seasons, you're kind of going to get one or the other. So you can expect your first frost around October, and things aren't really going to clear up until mid to late spring. So you want to be careful when you're traveling during shoulder seasons because that early part of fall can be just as warm as the summer, and then it starts getting frosty and it starts getting cold the closer to winter you get. So expect for a lot of temperature variation. Even in the summer when you're out here, expect it to cool down at night because it can. So you want to make sure that you've got pretty much every tool at your disposal. When you're out here, you're exposed to the elements. So whatever temperature you're in, whatever weather you're in, whether it's beaming hot or it's cold and windy, you're really out here and there's not a lot of shade from that weather. When it comes to the landscape out here, I feel like a lot of people have the idea that North Dakota is very flat. On the eastern side of the state, you do get a lot of flat prairie, but on the western side, where we are now, out in the Badlands, you get these dramatic, drastic, beautiful buttes and cliffs sticking out of the earth everywhere. The trail difficulty is going to vary greatly from region to region. It's amazing just how quickly it goes from steep climbs to steep descents to nice flat areas where you can bike or hike for miles without really going up or down, and then right back into the steepness. The good news is there's a lot of on and off points for the Maah Daah Hey Trail, so you can very easily coordinate your trip based on what kind of hike you're looking for. Are you hoping to do something super difficult, or are you hoping to do something a little bit more on the easier side? Whatever it is, it's going to be pretty easy to find out here. So if you're wanting to come out here and do some hiking, late spring and early summer are really good times to visit. There's not going to be many bugs out on the trail. The temperature is going to be really bearable, not too hot during the day, not too cold at night. And as far as other hikers go, expect some solitude out here year-round. We've been out here for quite some time, several days. Actually haven't seen anybody else on the trail. So yeah, expect some peace and quiet. So day hiking is fun, that's all well and good, but to me, camping is where the real fun is going to be at. So let's talk about some of the camping and backpacking opportunities along the NDH. The good news here is that if you are outside of the national park and you are in an underdeveloped area, you can camp out wherever you want. That's great. You can also camp within the national park, but you'll need a permit to do that. There are also 9 developed campsites along the MDH, 1 developed National Park Service campground in the Theodore Roosevelt National Park Southern Unit, and 1 developed campground at Rough Rider State Park near Medora. But if you're going to ask me where I'd go, backcountry camping is just kind of where it's at. So you don't really have to worry about too much out here when it comes to dangers. I'd say the biggest danger is definitely going to be exposure, because you can see, I'm sure you've seen from all the footage, that when you're out here, you're really out here. You're exposed when you're out here, so that heat will get to you. Sunscreen is an absolute must, and a big hat is an absolute must. I'd be wearing my big hat if I wasn't biking and wearing a helmet all day. Definitely protect yourself from exposure. Rattlesnakes are definitely out here. I've talked to a few people, they're a common sight. Ticks are going to be out here. And there's definitely a real chance to get caught without water. I know just from hiking and biking already, you know, it's hot. At least this time of year it is pretty hot. And if I ran out of water, I would be in real trouble. So definitely bring your water. Watch out for snakes. So as far as rules and permits are concerned, there are a few things to keep in mind. You're not going to be able to camp out in the national park without a permit. Another tricky thing here is mountain biking through the national parks. So the trail does run through the northern unit of the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, but you're not allowed to ride your mountain bike through those areas. There are offshoot trails that allow you to avoid the national park. Some people have attempted riding just outside of the national park fence line, though that gets very rocky and steep. There's also some forest road shenanigans you can do, but they get pretty complicated. I'll leave some of the details down here below. My suggestion would just be to start at Bennett Campground. So when you're coming out here, my suggestion would be to pack for any kind of situation, because the weather out here can turn on a dime. What I'd recommend is bringing a solid puffy jacket, something that kind of packs down into your backpack. Hiking poles, I think are going to be a big deal for a lot of people. I didn't bring them on my trip, but the terrain is pretty rugged, it's pretty rocky. I think not a bad investment to bring these. A big hat, that is just a no-brainer. And also something like this over here. This is a little satellite communicator. It functions as an SOS beacon if I'm ever out of service range, and it allows me to send text messages when I'm out of service of cell phone towers. It's not a bad idea to have something like this, especially if you're going to be on such a long trail that runs through such a vast, open, empty space. Good idea to have. Outside of that, I'd recommend tick and mosquito spray for the summer at the very least. Bring some long socks to make sure that ticks don't get you too easily. Mosquitoes can be an issue in certain areas, but a little bit of mosquito spray. A bug net for your tent during those summer months, also not a bad idea. As far as footwear goes, hiking shoes are gonna be just fine. I wear shoes for my entire trip, but it's important to keep in mind that if it's gonna be rainy or if it has recently been rainy before your hike, the terrain can turn a little bit sloggy, so you're gonna want something a little more sturdier, maybe a bigger boot for conditions like that. You're also gonna want a good pair of sunglasses, kind of a no-brainer. I bring those things anywhere. And finally, and this is the most important one, but you're definitely gonna wanna bring a water filter. So even if you're just planning on doing a short day hike, even if you're only gonna be out for a couple hours, It's just a good idea when you're out in the desert to have a water filter. It's a good idea at any point in time to have a water filter with you, but I'm a big proponent of buying just a small portable one and leaving it in your backpack all the time, not even thinking about it. Just a good idea to have when you're out in the desert. I really enjoyed my time out along the Maah Daah Hey. You've seen the Western movies, maybe you've played some Western-themed video games, I don't know, and you see these beautiful, rugged landscapes. But I'm telling you, actually being there in person and just seeing the vast expanse of these spaces, it really does speak to that inner explorer in all of us. You can see why so many people were captivated by the Old West. It's stunningly beautiful. I mean, everything appears almost hand-painted. Layers of sediment along the rock formations. It's just beautiful. Sundowns out there are fantastic. The weather while we were there was great. It's just such a beautiful place, and it's filled with such cool people. I can't tell you how many fun conversations I had with people, especially in Medora. This really nice lady helped me pick out my cowboy hat. The food was really, really good. Everybody's just so friendly and nice. Such a good time. Such an amazing state too. I spent some time on the eastern part as well, and it was a whole lot of fun. For me, I think the western part with these incredible formations, this incredible scenery, you just can't beat it. So if you get the chance, I highly recommend going to western North Dakota, visiting the Badlands, and if you want to do some killer hiking, maybe some killer mountain biking, maybe some killer bike packing, I don't know, go check out the Maah Daah Hey. That's what I did, and I had a fantastic time. So until next time, I'm Mike with Backpacking TV, and I will catch you all later.